Well, thanks everyone. I'll give you a little update here on Corvus Gold. We're moving the project forward here in Nevada, and there's some new information coming out on not only our Mother Lode project, but as well as our North Bullfrog. Forward-looking statements will be made. Our team is basically ex-Anglo Gold. Many of the key people in Anglo Gold are now working for Corvus over the last few years, and most importantly, our new chairman, Ron Largent, who was the COO for Anglo Gold for several years, and has joined us as our new chairman. Corvus has got a great track record from being able to create value for our shareholders and discover and develop ounces. We have a very strong treasury, right now about 25 million in the treasury. And we have a great asset in Nevada that we're able to advance forward, I think, to really bring it to fruition. And in particular, with some of the major mining companies that surround us right now, it really looks like it's an opportunity for truly a development that'll happen here in Nevada in the very near term. Just like most juniors, we see an opportunity, just like the Endeavor folks, where we're getting equities that are somewhat undervalued, in my opinion, and getting ready for that big inflection point the next time that we see this next bull market come in the gold sector, which I think we're seeing right now. You can see our big shareholders here, Anglo Gold Ashanti, 19.9%. They have an adjoining property to us with a brand new discovery called Silicon that looks like it's going to be pretty exciting in the future, and will be a development target for them in the future. Tocqueville, Doug was up here earlier today. They've been a long-term shareholder in Corvus Gold and have a large stake in the company, as well as Joe Foster's managed fund at Van Eck and our management group. The asset's about a 2-hour drive north of Vegas. It's in a very favorable location for mine development, particularly open pit mine development, in an area we call the Walker Lane, which is a very productive part of Nevada, and historically been a heap leach open pit type mining environment in this area of Nevada. We can look at the PEA results that we just announced here. Those were from November of last year. We're working on an optimization plan right now to try and take this initial estimate that was created an NPV of about 580 million that had an initial capex of 424, and look at how we can restructure this to a quicker and lower cost development opportunity and bring it forward on a much faster timeline with less economic risk. We've been working not only with ourselves, but our big shareholder, Anglo Gold, on seeing how that we would be able to develop this district on a pay-as-you-go sort of basis. The PEA came out with extremely positive numbers here, with an ability, even at current gold prices around $1,450, this is almost $1 billion asset on an after-tax basis with a 50% IRR. So it's definitely a very attractive development opportunity. And even when we look at lower gold prices at $1,250 or even $1,050, it's still a pretty compelling asset as we go forward here. One of the optimization opportunities that we're looking at here is really taking the North Bullfrog project, where we're currently drilling and developing additional ounces in what we call our Phase 1 project, and looking at developing a project that mines our high-grade vein system we call Yellow Jacket and the surrounding low-grade mineralization via heap leach operation. That is looking very attractive for us right now. Initial looks at this suggest that this Phase 1 project could produce somewhere around $400 million NPV after tax at $1,400 gold, and about $280 million at $1,250. So that's a quite an attractive opportunity because it looks like we can put that together for less than $100 million of CapEx. And it's gotten a lot of interest from mid-tiers and so forth on this kind of opportunity that sits out there. It's really a heap leach project where we take the high-grade vein system, we crush it, grind it to a fairly coarse grind. We do a gravity scalp and then take the tails and incorporate those onto the leach pad with a agglomeration system. And so this is a great way to get the project up and going. It looks like we could get commercial production in about 3 years, and permitting is well advanced on that. Mother Lode is the big prize here. It's a very large deposit. It looks like the resource, when we restate our resource here in the spring, is going to come in at about 2 million ounces in this project. We have some great targets here that we're drilling currently right now, getting pre-collars done and getting ready to do core tails on following the system to the north at depth, and then testing what looks like a porphyry target underneath the main part of the deposit. So that work will go on in the springtime, and that should be a very exciting time exploration-wise for us. Mother Lode could be a very large system in excess of 3 million ounces and really be one of these typical SED-hosted discoveries like we see in north central Nevada. So at North Bullfrog, we've been drilling around the deposit, in particular looking at the phase 1 development area to add ounces there so that when we do our new resource out here, we can incorporate as many ounces as possible into phase 1 and hopefully support about 150,000 ounces a year for about 8 years out of that project. A number of other targets we're looking at include our Jolly Jane system, which is quite big now. We've had some good results come out of the north area of that. And then our new discovery down here called Cat Hill, which looks like we might be onto a new vein system down there in the southern part of the development area here. Mother Lode is really a unique and attractive project. It truly is a sediment-hosted system. These are very unusual. I've never seen one in the Walker Lane area before, and I've got many, many years of Nevada exploration behind me. And we're starting to test the deeper, higher-grade parts of this system now in what we call the deep core target as well as the deep north target. And we'll take a quick look at these in long section. What we've got here is you can see the deep, what we call deep north target there. And then right under the main deposit, we've got some new geophysical data that shows that we have a porphyry type signature down there with our geophysics that we just got back, and we'll be testing that as well. This is the geophysical IP pseudo-section we're looking at here. The yellow outlines the main deposit at Mother Lode that we've defined so far, about 2 million ounces in that deposit. And then you see the deep core target down there, which is a coincident conductor and resistive anomaly. Typical of a shell that you would find outside of a porphyry type environment. And so that's a very attractive target for us, and we'll be testing that, as I say, in the springtime here as we get some of the deep holes into this deposit. And it could change Corvus Gold dramatically. It's really a sea change type target for us. Really, conceptually, we look at the district. The district's important because it could host upwards of 10 million ounces. Currently, right now, there's about 5 million ounces defined in resource in the district between ourselves, Anglo Gold, and Coeur Mining, who are actively working in the district. So this is really an attractive project that we believe is going to be able to go forward as a district development target, and it could be a great opportunity for Anglo Gold to come back to North America, get involved in a Nevada project that can go forward in an area that they're very comfortable with. So key for the investment, I think, we've got good management. We're in a great location, exceptional project that's got great exploration potential, good share structure with mainly institutional shareholders. We've never issued a warrant in any of the financings we've done, and so we keep the leverage with the shareholders here. And right now, Corvus has got a price to NAV at $12.50 of about 0.35 and at $14.50 about 0.25. So it's a good investment, I believe, right now. And that's it.